I had a lot of anxiety. I had doubts. I thought, okay, I can only do it, whenever I have time. But then I realized that if I put that block on me, my creativity just dies. I mean, I don't get ideas because I'm already blocking it so much.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Womenpreneur Success Tales. I'm Shreya Sharan, the founder of the Womenpreneur Academy, and today I have with me Parul, who's an amazing artist, and we are going to get to know her better and get to know her business, and let's learn from her how she set up her business and how she scaled it up. She is a member of the Womenpreneur Academy for the last 3.5 months. Am I right, Parul? Right.
That's right.
So, and we've made some she's also been a participant in the Bizathon challenge that we did. So let's hop on over to her and ask her some questions so that all you artists who are watching this video, you get some insights which can help you in your business. So thank you so much, Parul, for joining in. It's great to have you here. I would love for you to share a little bit about your work. We can see actually a lot of the paintings that you've done in the background, so that's beautiful. But yes, please, talk a little bit about yourself and your business.
Yeah. So thanks, Shreya. First of all, thank you so much for having me over. And it's really nice to be able to have this platform to talk about it. And this painting that you see, this is the studio that I set up actually yesterday. It
Okay.
was one of my 2023 goals, and I thought, let me just start with the studio setup. It's just spare room, but it works. It's functional. So I have been an artist for last 10 years. I'm also a computer engineer. I've been a motorsport enthusiast. I've done a lot of things, and I think I'm grateful for that I had all these opportunities. But art is something that I've been doing since I was in middle school, and that has stuck with me, and that is something that really makes me happy. And that's the primary reason I paint. Most of my topics are inspired by urban life or emotions or, well, rock music of 70s. So Pink Floyd is a big inspiration
Okay,
because
wow.
I think they're real poets. Yeah. So I think everybody has their own inspirations, but these are the things that no matter what, it would just get me to create something on the paper. And I believe that's my way of expression, and that's what I like to do. So yeah, on and off for 10 years. I say on and off because I also worked in IT. I am freelancing right now, so it gives me a lot more time to paint.
Mhm,
And I want to just take it forward to the next level now. And with
mhm.
your help, I think I'm already getting there. The mindset shift is already happening. So yeah.
Great. So, what would you say is your, your brand mantra? Like, there are a lot of artists out there. So, how do you position yourself differently from them?
Yeah, and I think that took me a while to wrap my head around, only because I think most artists paint because they love doing it, right? It comes from inside. And how do
True.
you put a brand mantra around it?
True.
Uh, but a lot of the people who bought my art gave me the ideas, so I think that's where it came from. Took a lot of feedback from them. So I paint a lot of bold lines, a lot of bold images, and that's what people find appealing.
Okay.
And that is how, and they feel that when they put my art in their spaces, it brightens up the space. It gives a lot of positivity, and it just some place that they make cozy for themselves, right? So that's my brand mantra because that's exactly the energy I try to put into my art. I'm also a Reiki healer, so whenever I start a piece, I try to put a good healing, positive, or abundance kind of intention in there. And I really hope, I really feel that whatever energy you put into an artwork when you start or while you're painting, just like cooking, right? When they say that when somebody's cooking, it's the cook's intention which gets into it, and that's how people who uh, consume it feel the taste. So that works with art as well, I feel. So my brand mantra would be to bring joyful, positive, energetic vibes, or a lot of brightness and color to the favorite places of my customers. That's
Wow.
my.
Wow.
It
Wow.
took me a while, so I'm sorry I had to kind of share all the thought process that went into thinking because that's where the challenge is, right?
Yeah, and it's very important because that's, I mean, the way that you're infusing energy work with your artwork, I think that's a beautiful mix. And thanks so much for bringing that out. So, is your work a lot commission based, or do you have set pieces and you make those available? What is the model that you're following?
So commissions are now started to come in
Okay.
since I've joined the program. So let me just put it that way. I've been, like I said, painting whatever came to my mind for last 10 years, and it worked. Um, I say as a mediocre financial model, but I think now that I'm putting myself out there, which was a big icebreaker for me, I think commissions are coming in. People have ideas, they see my work, and they want to modify it or they want to see it in a different size for themselves, and it's fun to make. I think it's great to see somebody else's space and use my creativity and see how I would design that piece. So yeah, that's coming in now. But primarily, I still create my original based on what comes from my heart, and I think variations happen on top of it. So I would say it's a mix of both now.
Wow. Okay. So moving on. So Parul, what was your motivation for getting into this? You already had a full-time job. You were already doing this. So now you've left the job, you're freelancing on the side, and you're working to be an artist. I think it takes a lot of courage to make that kind of a switch. So can you take us into what went in your mind when you did this?
So I was thinking about it this morning, and I actually delayed it quite a bit. I think I could have done this earlier, the same model. It was totally doable. But I had so many blocks on my own mind that, oh, it's just a hobby, or there's so many artists out there, or is it even doable? I have an IT background and that's generating enough income. So why do I want to risk it to get into something? But I think when you have this urge coming from inside for something that you really have to do, you just have to do it. Otherwise, you just stay restless or irritated or something. I don't know if others feel that, but if you need something to do, and this is what makes me happy. So why I'm doing it right now, with everything, in different buckets is because, yeah, I want to become eventually a full-time artist, and I will be. I know that now. I did not know this 3 months back. Okay, so I'm saying it with confidence. I know that now. And uh, going part-time helped me create time for myself, but uh, what really makes me happy and how I see myself being retired is being an artist, having a lovely studio of my own. Visualization is something you've taught me, so I have to talk about it because it's like a seed, right? You put a seed in the ground, but if you don't nurture it, nothing happens. So I think visualization is that thing, is that sunlight and water and nutrition that you're giving to your dreams. And so yeah, I that's why I'm doing it. I don't know if I answered it straightforwardly as you asked the question, but I think I went all over the place, all over the globe. But the answer is that yes, this is what makes me happy. That's why I'm doing it. And I feel like that's my life's path. So, because staying on it makes me feel that I'm doing the right thing.
So did
So, I
you
don't have any practical, specific answer to it. It's
No,
more
no, no,
coming from inside.
no, no, that's absolutely okay. So, did you have people say discouraging you when you were trying to make that shift? Or,
Oh.
did you go through like any emotions of anxiety or, nervousness? Ki kaise hoga? So, what went in your mind then?
So, I am a very strong headed person, but I think most of the naysaying was coming from my own side.
Okay.
So there are people, of course. I mean, nobody thinks being an artist is a plausible career if you have something else you can do, right?
Yeah,
So there was some discouragement, but I don't think that would have really backtracked me as much as my own self. Because, like I said, if you have that option of having another career, and that is like right there, low hanging fruit, it's sometimes we stop ourselves from reaching for a higher goal. So yes, I had a lot of anxiety. I had doubts. I thought, okay, I can only do it, whenever I have time. But then I realized that if I put that block on me, my creativity just dies. I mean, I don't get ideas because I'm already blocking it so much. So uh, I think one of the biggest battles again was to not say no to yourself so much and say that yes, you can do it. And I know it sounds silly, but 4 months ago I was a different person, and now I'm not. So that that changes things.
that really, really sounds amazing. So, somebody who's just getting started as an artist, uh, today's scenario, what would you suggest to them? What can they do to build a little bit of a name for themselves, a visibility for themselves?
So thank God we live in the time of social media. I think earlier it was the old-fashioned galleries and word of mouth. So I think there are a few skills we all have to develop, and the most important is just keep bettering yourself in your chosen trade because that is the most important thing. And don't confuse your customers with too many styles initially, right? So even though you may want to get into everything or all kind of formats, but then I've heard somewhere that the confused buyer doesn't buy.
Yes.
So it's if you want to kind of be known for your style, by all means, just go paint whatever else you want. But when you're displaying it out there for the customers to see, try to be consistent, find that unique style for yourself, and it comes with practice. So time will be required. Have patience, keep working on your skills, and keep putting yourself out there because you may be very talented, and I think that's one of the things I've again learned at the academy. But until you put yourself out there, nobody's going to know you're there. So these are a few of the skills that we constantly need to work on.
It's a great point that you've brought out about not confusing the buyer and having what we call is a USP. You understand the concept of a USP, a unique selling point. So what Parul is specifying is that when you get into as a hobby, you can create whatever it is that you want for yourself. However, the moment you're thinking of this from a business point of view, that's when you need to start narrowing it down and start thinking and defining a unique niche, defining a USP for yourself, right?
Yes, that's right. So, and a lot of it is a ongoing thing because as and when I get feedback, the more artworks I'm selling of a certain type, I realize that that's what I need to put out there more initially, and then I can experiment with other things as well.
Yeah. So where all are you promoting yourself?
So Instagram, I have my website now, so that's another thing. I'm still working on the mailing list. I think that's one thing that I would be my next target for this year is to kind of start promoting it more directly through mails. And I have again just started the YouTube channel. Thanks to you, I'm little confident about putting myself in front of the camera and talking. So I have a list of ideas that I want to, utilize and make process videos out of. So these are the primary platforms right now.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so what we are going to do is we're going to put in the description of the video, we'll put links to Parul's website, her Instagram handle, and her YouTube channel. So all of you can go check out her work. Also, I mean, you if you're an artist, you'll get some inspiration on how to promote yourself online. And if you're not an artist and you're looking to buy some artwork, definitely go check out check out her the quirky prints that she has. Like I've been taking a look at your website, Parul. Like some of the stuff is really amazing. So.
And thank God I'm an IT person. I designed it myself. So free of
Perfect.
cost.
Perfect. So what platform have you built this on?
Wix. I use Wix.
Great. That's great. So what were your challenges which you faced which motivated you to join our community, the Womenpreneur Academy?
Uh, I think again it was universe having the perfect timing. I was kind of rearing to go. Like I said, there was restlessness about what to do next, but I had no idea how to do besides whatever I was doing. Right? I joined Instagram barely a year ago, really,
Okay.
and I wasn't doing a good job of keeping a very good feed. So I knew people are doing a great job, but I had no idea where to start. And then I was browsing Facebook one day and I saw your, master class, the webinar ad. And I said, okay, why not? And I think I just connected. I think with a lot of people I've heard the same story who are in the academy, but it was just the right timing. You were there and that's what I needed. So I wanted to grow it to the next level. I wanted to learn the social media skills and I wanted to know what else I can do to just increase my reach.
Wow. And so how was your experience in the Bizathon? What kind of changes did you make in your business post that? And I it was an intensive training. So can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was definitely a boot camp. But I'm glad I participated and I'm glad even though it would be end of the day and I had to complete the assignment, but we were able to do it thanks to my team as well. I think I definitely made my Instagram feed more uniform. I picked up a color theme and went with it. Definitely looks prettier than before. It has a lot more structure. I have the uh, the post calendar thanks to the exercises we did. So I know exactly what I'm going to do for next couple of months at least. At the beginning of the month, now I try to create a calendar which is specific to that month and start working on it. And that makes things so much easier, right? Because I'm not sitting up every morning thinking, okay, what am I going to do? I can think about it on one day a month, and then rest of the month I can focus on my creativity and other things. Um, Recording my own videos, definitely a big step for me. That was the biggest one. But yes, you're right. I think by the time we were on the seventh day, I think we were all pros. I could be just I didn't even have to write a script, so that was good. I just needed to have a concept, think about it for a few minutes. Um, it's still a long way to go, but definitely helped break that boundary. So those are the few things. What else? I think strategy got clearer. I know like about the specifics of what I want to create, and meditation helps. Okay, so I think I have a lot more uh, clear ideas about what I want to paint. So a couple of series that I want to definitely launch in this year,
Mhm.
and setting my goals. I think that's the last thing. Having the goals which are actionable and then execute on them. I think those are the few things that I just feel I have now since the Visathon.
Perfect. Perfect. So you are also a part of the morning abundance practice that we are doing. And how do you feel that that is impacting you as a person, impacting your work? Uh, what changes are you experiencing with that?
It's so I really feel that our chakra meditations and the chanting and everything else that we do, and we do different things every day. So that's amazing because we're working on different areas of our uh, personality so that we can achieve our goals. And so how it has changed is, first of all, I'm much calmer. I'm more planned. I am I am able to get more creative ideas while I'm meditating.
Yeah.
I am able to let go of anxiety because I have tools now which let me calm myself down at that particular moment so that I can actually look at the solution rather than keep worrying about the problem. So yeah, I am sure there are 10 more things which I'm not remembering right now, but I think even if I work with these are great. It's all basically all of the things that I'm trying to achieve, and
Wow.
it's more about practice. So yeah, I think that's something I'm going to continue. Thanks for organizing that as well.
Thank you so much, Parul. I mean, really, I mean, that's one thing that I really love doing, and it's all because we all come together as a group, and I just feel that the energy is so different when we do it together as a group.
So
So
that's another thing I say is like a divine timing because, like I said, I'm a Reiki master, 3A level. Okay, so I'm supposed to be practicing every day, but the routine doesn't go with that, and just having that session every day just gets rest of my day in order, and I really appreciate having that.
yes, yes. Okay, so Parul, what would you want to give a message to anybody who's just starting out?
I would say for any business, it doesn't have to be just art business, is if you really have that dream and you feel restless about achieving it, uh, I think stop saying no to yourself. I know it takes practice, but mindset shift is the biggest thing you can do. About you just need to get out there and achieve it because you have to be stubborn about it. I know I'm going all over the place, but
Stop.
stubbornness is one thing. Don't give up on it. Stop saying no to yourself. I think that's the first step. And then be planned, make sure your product line is clear and you know exactly who you're trying to target because if you try to target the whole world, it won't sell, right? Because there are certain people who buy certain kind of things. And if you have very targeted campaigns or promotion, then you'll be a lot more successful.
Wow. Perfect. That's like the perfect answer. Thank you so much, Parul. I hope all of you watching this, you got something really valuable that you will be able to apply to your business. And if you're just getting started, some motivation, some inspiration from her, you can definitely reach out to Parul. Her details will be here in the description box below. And if you are interested in learning more about social media, branding, and how you can apply that to your business, come join me for the free masterclass that I'm going to be doing. The schedule for that again will be in the description of the video, and I would love to see you all live. So, with that, we are going to take your leave. Thank you so much, Parul, for jumping in for this session. And I will
Thanks,
see you
Shreya.
all again in the next success tale story that I will be bringing out another amazing entrepreneur. So, thank you so much.